The earliest mention of allotments in the UK dates back to 1500s and describes plots of land that were attached to tenant cottages. Then, in 1845, the General Enclosure Act made provisions for field gardens for the landless poor, although, as always, the amount of land provided was very little. The 1907-1908 Smallholding and Allotments Act is what paved the way for the modern-day allotments, enforcing councils to provide one if there was a demand. But I digress. Today, in my allotment, I'm potting on my seedlings. Before the big move, I always try and wash my pots. It's a small habit that reduces possible fungal infection and gathering of minerals from feed, as well as washing out buildup of salts, which can stunt growth. I would say my success rate of germinating the seeds in the home compost was about 80%. This is before I had to turn into Hercule Poirot and work out why half the labels were missing and some plants were no longer. I would estimate that majority of the loss was due to dampening off. There was a tiny bit of competition from weeds that I stayed on top of due to knowing the patterns of my sowing, and thus not mixing them up with the sprouting seeds. Initially, I used my garden compost to pot on but ran out and had to purchase peat-free compost with added join-ins. Not ideal, but I will be interested to see how the plants will do in different substrates. Also, white clover. I think I will look to add some to the exposed earth. On top of being a form of green manure, white clover has shallow root system. It will provide some nitrogen fixing, slow down water evaporation, and offer extra support to the soil. I shall need to forage for it in my garden. So, the plants have been potted, thoroughly watered, and the soil allowed to expand. I've decided to tip my planters to the vertical position straight away, leaving them overnight on the ground. I have no room on my current frames, and frankly the whole layout needs to be redone. The real English summer came 24 hours later. At the same time, the plants turned their lovely stalks up. I will be leaving the plants without any support for a while so that they could be strengthened by the wind. But as they begin to fruit, I will definitely need to look into plant stays.